So what I have here is we have been meeting with a lot of subscription business leaders like you, right? In particular, home services, subscription businesses, right? So pest control, home security, telecom, HVAC, lawn care, home warranty, many of these types of verticals. And we deeply understand the questions that are coming over and over, because this is what we are showing on the screen is what we are hearing. Sometimes the questions are all about data. Do we have enough data? How do we plug the data gaps that we have? Our data is kind of stored in some sort of marketing system, CRM system, and some of these homegrown systems that you may have, and some survey satisfaction systems, billing systems, all of this. There's a ton of data, but they're struggling to stitch all of that together, right? So that's a dominant theme that we have. And then, of course, everyone is focused, especially with costs increasing, inflation, so on and so forth, right? How do we understand high potential, high lifetime value potential subscribers so we can acquire more of them, retain more of them, and price manage and optimize or upgrade more of them to support this getting customers, keeping customers, growing customers scenarios, right? And in particular about this particular today's webinar, the key question that we keep hearing is, how do we create actionable risk predictions using first-party data, meaning your internal data, and potentially third-party data, right? Homes and neighborhoods and all other third-party data sources that could also help, like a FICO score, for example, right? So they're asking these questions. Can we stitch all of this together and put it to good use, right? Of course, we have a strong opinion on that, but these are the questions that are in our customer's mind, our prospect's mind, and probably you're most likely thinking about these questions if you are a retention leader for your business, right? So, and then how to operationalize, right? How to create targeted offers. How do we kind of understand the sensitivity, price sensitivity of a particular customer and not randomly increase the prices and trigger attrition? Or how do we get proactive before they start talking with some of our competitors, right? So and we can address their needs. So things like these, right? And then how do you do this in a fully automated way and at a bigger scale way, right? So these are the questions. So what I want to do in the next couple of slides is show a couple of slides and then immediately spend a few minutes on the demo, and then also spend a few minutes on a couple of case studies, right? So these are questions that are probably in your head also, right? Now, as a response to that, what we created is, first of all, a data framework, right? So bringing your data and organizing all of that data into what we call customer profiles, right? Using payment history, service history, call history, contract history, plans, and tenures, and so on and so forth, right? All of that in a secure cloud environment with all the pre-built data features, right? So that's the first layer that we built. So you don't have to worry about deploying machines. You don't have to deploy about data wrangling. We have done all of that. And it's easy for us to deploy that same thing for you. Then we did these 5 things that you're seeing in the middle. We won't go into the details. We can certainly do a one-on-one call and explain all the details and the technology behind this. But at a high level, right, the first step is pre-built feature engineering, right? So we clearly know, exactly like you have probably seen some examples of 800 FICO score customer and 600 FICO score customer. They behave differently. And we have hundreds of such features that are fed to AI that are distinguishing every customer differently, right? So an example would be, if someone is paying through a credit card or someone is paying through a bank account, we know the lifetime value difference. If someone is calling 5 times or not calling at all, we know the lifetime value difference. If someone had a price increase 6 months ago, never called you, but had a price increase and challenged that price increase and call you and maybe even threatened to call you, we know who those are, and we know how many other customers would respond in an adverse way if we do those types of actions, right? So all of these and hundreds of those types of features have been pre-built, right? and convert it into the second box, which is AI models, right? So we'll go a little deeper into these AI models in a minute, but these models are supporting all your use cases. And this is where we precisely go to customer level, right? These are customer level scores and not cohort level scores, right? So once we have that, we segment customers. So now the task is easier. This is likely cancel. This is likely adverse reaction to a price upgrade. This is likely to accept a renewal offer or a upgrade offer or a additional service offer, right? Who are those customers that can take these things in a meaningful way, right? Because the models are learning from other customers who are accepting these and finding similar customers. So we put all of them into micro segments, define offers that are in line with your business policies, and the last box is demonstrate how value is created on the scale of millions of dollars, right? So all those things are foundational pieces. And I want to say all of this is already running in the cloud with kind of specific use cases around managing subscription lifetime value, right? So all of this fits nicely on the left side. Data is coming from your sources, and after all these analytics, data is going back into all your channels. So now imagine your call center, your website, your mobile app, your field technicians, all of them get customer level risk and revenue opportunities, so you can maximize those opportunities, and that is what is leading to awards like these, right? So that's the kind of platform that we created.